So I've gotten emails from several of you indicating that you are having problems working with the first project in the book. I'm going to step through the first few steps of it, and hopefully it will all make a little bit more sense. So I'm on my home page, which is the announcements page. From here, I'm going to go ahead and click on I'm going to go ahead and click on course assignments. And the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and open up my online ebook. Come out to Outlook and jump into managing messages with Outlook. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to split my screen so that I can see my book and I can see my assignments. So now my screen is shared. When I opened up my Outlook, it brought me back to where I was the last time I was in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the first page of the chapter. So in Module 1, we are just beginning to work with Outlook, something that I'm thinking that many of you have had experience with. The book tends to take us through all of the specific steps. Some of them are just for your information, and some of them are things that you really need to do. So now I have my book open, and I'm in my course assignments tab within Blackboard. So I'm going to go ahead and come down to where the download files are. And the download files for Module 1 are held within the Module 1 folder. You'll notice that there are some other resources out here. You will want to make sure that you review all of the resources that are out here. The first one is the PDF or the PowerPoint of the chapter. There's some notes. And these notes are on how to set up your WITC email within Outlook. So that's the main email that you will want to have set up out there. And then the next option is the Module 1 data files. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. As soon as I click on it, it brings me to a new page where it will download. And it downloads these files as a zipped file, and it puts them in my downloads directory. That's the default for all browsers. So if you haven't changed your default, you have to browse out to your downloads directory, and you'll see that this zipped file is out here. Notice that it is a zipped file. That means it's compacted. You have to extract it before you can use the file. I'm going to go ahead and right-click on this and extract all, and I'm going to put it somewhere where I can go back and retrieve it, whether that's a USB drive or your desktop or another folder, someplace where you know where to get back to it. So I'm going to go ahead and browse. I'm going to, and then I'm going to select the folder. Now it changed this path, and I will extract these files out there. So now I'm going to go back and verify that they are where I think they are. I put them on my desktop, Outlook, and this is the folder that it created, Outlook 1. And the file that you are looking for is under Module, and it is the sc_out_1-1. So now I know that I have the file for the project in the book. Okay, now that we have our PST files downloaded and extracted, we can import them into Outlook. We do that by clicking on File, Open and Export, Open Data File. We have to browse out to where we saved that data file. That's why it's important for you to remember where it actually is. And now notice, before I had these three boxes in my inbox in Outlook, Now I have an Outlook data file listed out here. And when I click on the drop-down arrow, nothing much changed here before, but now see that there are actual emails in my inbox. You will see three. I'm only showing one because the other one is showing as opened. So now I have my file ready to work with. You will want to make sure that when you are stepping through the portions of the book that you are working within this data file. You're not clicked up here in your regular email. Otherwise, those pieces will not be held within the data file when you save it. So now you're all set up to start working through the project in the book. Make sure all of the little orange triangles that are out there, that you look at all those steps and make sure you complete the ones that have action items on them. Once you get to the end of the chapter, you will go ahead and export, excuse me. You will export this Outlook data file, and you go ahead and click on File, Open and Export, Import, Export. We are exporting to a file. Next, we are choosing a PST file. Next, and then make sure you select the top level of your Outlook data file. Not your inbox, not the deleted items, but the item that's at the top level, the Outlook data file. You will want to also include the subfolders. Next, again, this is where we want to make sure that we choose where we're putting it. And I'm putting this back in the directory where my original files were. I've already done this once, so I have a file out here. I'm going to click it, tell it OK, and I'm going to go ahead and finish. Now I have that file exported and ready to be uploaded. The last part of this assignment, after you've stepped through all the pieces that are in the books, either the ebook or the paperback, is to upload this file. So I'm under course assignments. Let me back out here just a little bit. So to submit this assignment, you come out here to Mod 1 Textbook Project. And it's telling you right here that this is the file that you need to submit. So then we browse out to our computers and we find where it's actually stored. Select it, click open, and then submit. And you've submitted your first project. So anybody who's had problems or didn't follow this process, doesn't think that they have their data in here, when I open those files, if I see something weird, I'll let you know right away and I will give you the opportunity to fix them. This is a new process for everybody, and PST files can be a challenge sometimes. It's not a piece of Outlook that most people will need to work with on a regular basis.